So that first day you're going around, you're introducing yourself to people. A lot of these people already know who you are because of you being on
Right.
TV. Was there any
Which is
pushback?
still hard to believe, it's like it's still hard to believe. I ran into Hulk Hogan and he knew who I was, and it blew my
Wow.
fucking mind. I was just like, "You know me?" I was like, "Oh my god, you're fucking Hulk Hogan! How is
Did
this even happening?"
do you remember any particularly positive or negative interactions that you had, like meeting people, like anybody that made an impression on you? Besides Hulk Hogan, obviously.
Hulk Hogan, obviously. I mean, I always liked Mankind,
Great
but
guy.
I didn't know the effect that it was going to have to actually meet him. Like I was a huge rock fan, and Mankind was cool, but when I met him, I lost my stuff. Like it was
Yeah.
like it just like this emotion came out of me. So it was during Tough Enough, and pretty regularly we'll have somebody come in. Triple H came in, Kurt Angle came in, and Al would tell us, if you mark out, you're gonna have to do 100 squat thrusts, right? And for us, that was like the worst punishment in the entire world, because it's like at about 40, 50, your eyes start crossing and you start seeing the little bubbles and the lights. People would throw up. I think everybody threw up except for Maven and I doing these stupid squat thrusts. So we were very careful not to embarrass Al by acting like a huge fan whenever one of the superstars would come in. And I remember when he walked in, I was in the ring, Maven and Josh were wrestling, and I was the referee. And he walked in the door, and I looked at him, and I slid out the ring, and I looked at Al. I said, "I'll take my squat thrust." And I went up
Ah,
to him. I go, "Yes." I was like, "I'll take my squat thrust." It was just like I couldn't help it. It was stronger than I was. And I was just like, "Hi, I love you." And he's like, "You're here because of me, right?" And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yep." He's like, "I saw something about you and I pushed for you." I
oh
was like, "Thank
man.
you." Mm-hmm.
He is so like naturally funny. I interviewed him about a year ago, and we go to his room, which is around the corner from where we're doing the interview. And he's got this green drink. He's like, "Have you ever had one of these green drinks before?" And I was like, "No, I've not." And he was like, "You're very aware that you are drinking something healthy when you drink this."
Yes.
He was amazing. Like
That was a
he
good
was so
impression.
good. Do you remember the first time you met Vince McMahon, whether it be as a part of Tough Enough or then when you got called up?
Oh God. It's always so intimidating to see him that I can't really say I remember the first time. I
Yeah.
think it was all a huge I think every time it's just a blur.
Yeah.
Just like
Of
you
course.
just kind of like stumble through it, and it's just like catch your breath afterwards.